You've been waking up the last couple of mornings and you've come out to your car in the freezing cold, and yes, it's been frosted over, and you've been running in for the kettle. That's not the thing to do. Well, so says Kieran Crean from MicksGarage.ie. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you. How are you?
How are you? And this is the problem that people right across the country have been experiencing the last couple of days.
Oh, certainly, and myself as well. You know, wake up in the morning, frosty mornings, we all have to run in and boil the proverbial kettle of water or whatever to get moving. So
you're saying it's not necessarily a good idea?
No, it's not. It's not. Primarily because you can actually crack your window screen on the back of it, depending on the temperature of the water. You know, so we recommend that you would use a de-icer and a product on the market there. Just squirt it on, and it's as simple as that.
God, I would have never thought that you would. I thought the windows were so tough that like a kettle of water wouldn't do anything. No,
not necessarily, because for example, if you chip your window screen, as it can have small hairline cracks. Once it starts to frost on it, the frost really gets a hold of that crack, and any temperature change at all can just make that crack spread across the screen.
Wow, okay. So a de-icer.
Yeah, de-icer, for example. You've got a can of de-icer, very simple. Retails around $3.99. Just very simply, just take it and just spray it on the windscreen.
So when you come out first thing, just spray it on the
Just spray it on the windscreen and just let it work. And it's a very worthwhile investment.
Couple of seconds, and
a can should last you the winter.
Okay, a whole can should last you right through.
Should last you the winter, exactly.
Now, a nice scraper?
Yeah, I've got a couple of scrapers here. Very simply, most of us tend to use, if we don't have one, we tend to pick out our credit cards or our pass cards or what have you.
I've been in taking anything out of the car and chipping away.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't really, because you can actually damage the glass with it. So again, $150 or even more expensive, just take a scraper and just wipe it down. If you have a de-icer, you shouldn't really need to do that. So you got a couple of very basics, $150, and then you got an upgraded one. It's got a scrape on the side, and it's got a squeegee then just to push the water back down when you're finished.
And I mean, the thing is, literally, we know there's going to be lots of mornings between now and February, March that we're going to need it. So just, you're sort of saying, if you have a can like that in your glove compartment, it will last you right through.
It will last you right through the winter.
Okay, what else have we got?
Well,
the windscreen wipers.
Windscreen wipers. We should all, during the winter time, change your windscreen wipers. On a rule, you should rechange your windscreen wipers on a year-on-year basis. Primarily because the wipers themselves, you can see here actually, they tend to kind of get cracked and brittle.
Yeah.
And of course, the weather kind of hardens the rubber and the back end. So if your wipers are making noise, or if they're juddering or shuttering all, or streaking the windscreen, change your wiper blades.
I'm sure mine are in ribbons, because they're even leaving streaks on the window.
Time to change your wiper blades.
If they're leaving streaks on the window, it's time to change it.
And if you're unsure actually of the wiper blade size, check your manual, because your manual will tell you whether it's 19, 20, 21, 26 inch. And if you're even unsure how to do it, take it to nearest garage, and for 2 minutes work they put on. They may even do it for free.
Okay. What else we got here? With lights?
Yeah, wiper. We got bulbs. You should always carry a spare set of bulbs around with you. Typically in these cold, dark winter nights, it starts to get cold from 4:30 onwards. And if your headlamp beam is gone or your dip beam is gone, you should definitely carry a spare bulb kit, and all time you change that.
Right. Okay. And you have kits here as well, full kits.
Yeah. Well, we've got what we have. It's a winter kit. It's actually everything combined. It's for $8.99. You get a de-icer combined with screen wash. So even if you don't have the can, just squirt on the screen, and the de-icer will do its job. A lock de-icer and a scraper as well.
Now, when we're driving around these mornings, your tyres are very important, obviously, aren't they?
Yeah, they certainly are. Even more so in the winter time when the frost is slick on the road. You should certainly make sure that your tyre depth and the pressure tyres correctly inflated. You've got a couple of really quick, simple rules. Number one, to check the depth of your tyre, just get a Euro coin and just stick it into the tyre. The coin should stand up, and on a rule is that basically on the outer edge of the coin is that it should actually stand up and should pass into the silver of the Euro coin.
Right.
Minimum tyre depth is 1.6 millimetres, but of course it should be far more than that.
So if it doesn't go in at all, your tyres are need changing.
Technically bald.
Technically bald.
You'd have to get them changed. We certainly recommend it in the winter time.
Because especially with the ice and stuff on the ground, they need that grip on
Absolutely correctly. They need that grip, and it should be inflated correctly as well. You can get a very simple device, something like that, and just press it into the tyre itself. Into the tyre itself, and that will provide you with a handy measurement. I can't seem to get it now.
So it goes in, you press it, and what should it read?
It should read what the pounds per square inch actually that should be on your manual. In this case, this read 26 pounds per square inch, which is actually about 2 bars.
Sorry.
Then it should be. But again, check your manual. It will tell you the correct tyre inflation on your manual, and make sure each of your tyres are up to that scratch.
Okay, so there's some sound advice for you. Very simple things, but things we don't do. But if you actually get your act together, spend an afternoon and get it all done, have it in your car, you're safe driving right throughout the winter. That's Kieran Crean from MicksGarage.ie. Thank you very much for coming in this morning. It's back into studio.